The sun is streaming through your window, hitting your face. Your alarm just went off and you check your watch. You've been in bed for exactly 8 hours. By all scientific standards, you should be recharged, energized, and ready to conquer the day. But as you try to sit up, your limbs feel like they're made of lead. Your brain is wrapped in a thick, suffocating gray fog. You slept the perfect amount, yet you feel like you haven't truly rested in years. You stare at the ceiling and wonder, what is wrong with me? Why is my body failing to recover? This isn't just physical exhaustion. It's not something a cup of extra strong coffee can fix. It's something much deeper, something that lives in the space between your thoughts and your soul. If you're tired of being tired, you aren't alone. In fact, you're part of a silent global epidemic. Most people think sleep is just a biological reset, a simple matter of closing your eyes and turning off the lights. But your brain doesn't just turn off. If your mind is carrying a heavy, invisible load, your body will never feel light, no matter how many hours you spend under the covers. Today, we are going deep. We are diving into the hidden psychology of soul exhaustion. We will uncover the 4 psychological thieves that are stealing your energy while you sleep. If you want to stop dragging yourself through life and start waking up feeling truly alive again, you need to hear this. Keep watching, because the last reason might be the most important one of all. Think of your brain like a high-performance computer. Every single worry, every unfinished task, and every "I'll do it tomorrow" is like a background app left running on your phone. You think you're sleeping, but in the background, those apps are draining your battery to zero. In psychology, we call this the Zeigarnik Effect. It is a phenomenon where our brain remains in a state of tension because of interrupted or unfinished tasks. We remember what we didn't finish much more vividly than what we did. When you go to bed with a mental to-do list swirling in your head, your brain stays in active processing mode. You aren't resting, you're mentally rehearsing, you're scanning for threats, you're solving problems that don't exist yet. You wake up exhausted because your mind was essentially working a double shift while you were unconscious. It's like leaving your car engine idling in the driveway all night long and then wondering why the gas tank is empty in the morning. Your soul is tired because it never received the all-clear signal to finally shut down and breathe. But it's not just about tasks, it's about how we show up in the world. Have you ever spent an entire day being on? You've been smiling at customers, nodding at a boss you don't like, or pretending to be happy at a social gathering when you actually wanted to be alone in a dark room. This is what psychologists call emotional labor. It is the immense effort it takes to suppress your genuine feelings to meet the expectations of others. Whether it's at work or even with your own family, wearing a mask is one of the most energy-draining activities a human can perform. Every time you fake it, your brain uses an incredible amount of glucose to maintain self-control and social decorum. By the time your head hits the pillow, you aren't just sleepy, you are psychologically depleted. Sleep can repair your muscle fibers and clear out physical toxins, but it cannot repair a spirit that has been forced to be someone else for 12 hours straight. You wake up tired because you're still recovering from the performance you gave yesterday. But here's where it gets really interesting, and perhaps a bit more clinical. Beyond our emotions, we have to look at the sheer volume of choices we face. Research suggests the average adult makes about 35,000 decisions every single day. From what shirt to wear to how to phrase a delicate email, every choice consumes a tiny bit of your cognitive energy. This leads to a state known as decision fatigue. By 8 p.m., your willpower battery isn't just low, it's at 1% blinking red. When your brain is overwhelmed by this constant flood of choices, it enters a state of chronic low-level stress. Even while you are asleep, your autonomic nervous system remains hyper-aroused. You might be technically unconscious, but your body is still lingering in fight or flight mode. This physiological state prevents you from entering the most critical stage of rest, deep sleep, also known as slow-wave sleep. This is the only stage where your brain actually activates its glymphatic system to clean out metabolic waste. Without enough deep sleep, you wake up with brain fog and cognitive heaviness, no matter if you were in bed for 8 hours or 12. Your brain is literally dirty because it didn't have the peace it needed to clean itself. Now let's talk about the silent thief that many people ignore. Sometimes your fatigue isn't about what you did during the day, it's about what you felt about what you did. Are you spending your life doing work that clashes with your fundamental values? Are you staying in a relationship where you have to compromise your integrity just to keep the peace? This creates what psychologists call moral injury. It is the psychological pain that results from actions or lack of actions that violate your deeply held moral beliefs. When your daily actions do not align with the core of who you are, you experience constant internal friction. Think of friction in a machine. It creates heat, and that heat burns through energy at an alarming rate. You are exhausted not because you are busy, but because you are fighting a silent internal war against yourself every single day. No amount of high-quality mattresses, blackout curtains, or white noise machines can fix a life that you are fundamentally unhappy living. You aren't tired of sleeping, you're tired of the life you're waking up to. So, how do we fix this? True rest is not just the absence of movement, it is the presence of internal peace. To stop feeling tired, you must learn to practice mental hygiene. You must learn to close the loops of the Zeigarnik Effect by writing down your worries before bed. You must give yourself permission to take off the mask and be authentically you, even if it's just for an hour a day. You must simplify your life to reduce decision fatigue. And, most importantly, you must align your actions with your truth. Sleep is for your body, but peace is for your soul. If you only focus on the body, you will always be tired. Take a deep breath right now. Acknowledge that you are doing the best you can with the limited energy you have left. You aren't lazy and you aren't broken. You are just carrying a very heavy load that sleep alone cannot lighten. Before you go to sleep tonight, ask yourself this: which of these 4 thieves is stealing your rest? Is it unfinished tasks, the mask you wear, the fatigue of endless choices, or the friction of a life out of alignment? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single one, and seeing your stories helps this community grow stronger. If this video helped you understand your exhaustion, please hit the like button and subscribe to Prism Mind. We are here to help you navigate the complex world of the human mind one step at a time. Sleep well tonight, not just with your eyes closed, but with a heart at peace, truly.